MDfashionco podcast, truth seeking. I don't know why Australian property investors think that this is going to be a long-term store of wealth. The entire system is propped up by policy. The policy can change when a millennial gets into power and just changes it so houses are hyper abundant, right? Policies and also AGI, which will reduce the construction costs to hardly anything. So let's unpack this first. So the Australian government said, now you can buy as a first home buyer 5% deposit, right? You can have a 5% deposit. Well, in the 1990s in Japan, they had a 100-year mortgage, right? That's still being honored today, right? A mortgage for your entire bloodline. Okay, this is not a solution for the housing crisis, right? It's just propping up a bigger bubble. And what? So people become more of slaves for a longer amount of time? Eventually, society would be imbalanced as a result of that, right? Because people are more and more slaves to their mortgage. They can't find a house. So look, I think if you're investing in property, you think land is so scarce, they're not making any more land. Well, they are making more land, right? As the cities become bigger and bigger, right? They just convert more farmland to actual land. So yeah, the whole system is a Ponzi scheme, essentially, right? It's just propping up so the boomers don't lose the value in their home, right? But the issue is the generations are paying for it. So it's modern day slavery. These are radical ideas. I think if you're investing in Australian property long term, right? I'm talking like decades. You're kind of investing in corruption. I guess the corruption to keep going. And I have to believe that the corruption will eventually stop. So what do you think about the Australian property market? Is it is it just propped up by policy? Is it just a bunch of people who own property making the rules to try and keep the value of their properties up while the rest of the society takes the brute force of it, right? The brute force meaning, do they just work harder? The Australian property market is a bunch of people who climbed on the roof with a ladder, pulled up the ladder and said, jump higher. Just jump higher. That is what the people who got rich off property, that is what they have done to this generation and the next generations until policy changes or AGI comes and humanoid robots can build a house for like $10,000 or something like that, right? It just removes labor. So labor, what Elon Musk talks about, labor is detached from money. So labor is infinite due to humanoid robots, or it falls to the cost of the electricity, right? Let me know what you think, everybody, about this. If you don't understand what I said, jump in the comments and I'll make another podcast explaining what I said. Thank you, guys. MD Fashion Co podcast. If you want to come on the podcast, DM me in the Discord. Thank you, everyone.